Alright you guys, what is going on and welcome back to the channel. Today we are covering literally every single base on the 05 STI to fix, convert, retract, fix this problem of this P0011. Now before we get in the video, I am going to say this right now because I'm a pretty straightforward and pretty honest person. The amount of comments that were positive, overwhelming, 100% love it, you guys are killing it, you guys are motivating me, we're gonna get this car back on the road. There's always negative comments here and there, and I do want to address this now, is that if you don't take control of the situation that you're in with your car, it will not get fixed. It just simply won't. The car's not going to fix itself. So the comments that I saw were like, oh, sell the car, why are you still working on it, how are you still dealing with issues, why are you still trying to push through this stuff? The car's not gonna fix itself, it's just gonna sit here. It's not like it can be sold in this state anyways, and I'm not gonna sell it anyways. It's my car, I'm gonna do what I want with it, I'm gonna keep building it, we're gonna keep pushing through this, and we're gonna keep going. So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into the video. Now, when I say we're covering all bases, I literally mean we are covering every single base with this P0011 code because we are going to eliminate this. We're going to overcome it, we are going to beat it. So what I have on order, which should be here tomorrow because I overnight shipped them, I have one new intake cam gear for the right hand side because the right hand side is the one that keeps pulling timing. With that being said, timing's obviously gonna have to come back off the car, no big deal. So we are replacing the one cam gear that does keep pulling timing. While that cam gear is off, there are small oil galley, I guess they're oil galleys that go from the head to the AVCS cam gear that allow oil to come in so that way it can actuate and advance or retard timing as it needs to. So I am going to check both of those galleys for any debris or any blockage. I could have put a little too much 3-bond on the cam carrier when I put it on there. If that's the case, we'll get a pick, we'll get some small tweezers, we will clear out the galley, we will be on our way. We will put the new AVCS cam gear on, hopefully that clears the problems. On top of that, I also have 2 brand new oil control valves because as you remember, the oil control valve problem did follow as we swapped solenoids. It went from left to right, right to left. So that's just another base we're covering. And then finally, somebody did suggest adding more grounds to the car, especially with a modified harness, this can be an issue. So instead of going out and buying a grounding kit or anything like that, we're just gonna make one. We're gonna do that today, so it's gonna be like a 2 or 3 day video, I don't know, but we are gonna get this thing ready for the dyno. We are gonna make this dyno day. Like I said, I will not miss it. I'm taking control of the situation, as I always do. We are not missing this dyno day. So here's what we got right now. It's a familiar sight. We're all used to it. I'm not going to cover this too much. Right now, coolant is being drained out of the radiator into that bucket down there. I did clean that bucket. If you guys are going to reuse coolant like this, make sure you are using a clean receptacle. After all the coolant's out of the car in the bucket, I'm just going to put it back in the containers. And then when it comes time to refill the car with coolant, we'll just put it right back in there. No big deal. So while that is draining, we're going to be making a grounding kit today. So I've had this laying around the garage for a while. We just have some black wire, some wire sheath. We have all of the, well, I just have an abundance of heat shrink, heat gun, normal wiring stuff. So the way that I'm thinking of doing this is we're gonna run 2 grounds off of each side from the intake manifold to the frame rail. So I'm gonna do one right here on the inside and on the outside. We're gonna run them down, and then there's an open spot on the frame rail right there for us to add a ground. So we're gonna clean off any spray paint or any paint that's on the frame rail, just so that way we can get a clean contacting surface. We're gonna do the same thing with this side. We're gonna run a ground probably from that stud right there in the front and the one on the front over there, run it over here, ground it out right there. The whole reason I'm doing this is just to help eliminate any potential electrical problems like you guys saw. I did hard wire in the ID1300 connectors to the harness instead of using the plug and play adapters, just because I wanted to eliminate a potential issue right there. So we're gonna start on this grounding kit. Once the grounding kit's done, we'll come in here, we'll remove the radiator, remove the hose, remove the timing covers, get the cam gears on this side locked down with the Company 23 tool over here. And then we'll be on standby until tomorrow, until our new parts get delivered. But let's make a grounding kit. So we've got grounding kits on, and we've got timing covers, radiator, coolant all out. So the way that I did these grounding kits is I have one of them right here, one on the back of the manifold. They both wrap down and then they both ground out to the chassis right there. Same thing on this side, one up front, one up back. They both ground out to the chassis right down there. So I just made these. It was like 15 bucks to make them. I had most of the stuff here, so I just had to run and buy some ring terminals. But they have sheathing over them. They have heat shrink. They have sheathing, heat shrink, terminals. They're all good. They're all Gucci. They all look professional. So now that we are at this point, this is the cam gear that we're replacing. We're also replacing oil control valves, all that stuff. So all of that should be here tomorrow. So we're on standby till tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Woo! We have made it in the future and we have our replacement parts here, so that way we can actually get this thing hopefully running correctly today. So I finally caved and I finally bought my own Company 23 tools because I have been kidnapping Ryan's way too much. So Ryan, thank you for letting me kidnap your tools. I don't have to do it anymore. So I mean, I still have the exhaust Company 23 cam gear tool to buy, but I'll buy that one in the future. We're not pulling any of those off today. So let me show you guys what we have. Let me show you what the game plan is, and let's get this thing started by the end of the video and hopefully running properly. So we have a nice little box of all OEM goodies here. So first of all, we have two brand new oil control valves. This is what I majorly suspect to be wrong with the car. These are relatively easy to change. They do go bad over time, especially if you have deposits in the engine after you've gone through an engine rebuild or something like that. They can clog up those oil control valves right there. On top of swapping those out, we are also going to be swapping out, hold up, I don't want to drop this. We're also going to be swapping out the right-hand cam gear because I have had suspicion that that cam gear might be bad, only because the car continues to pull timing every single cold start, and it could be the cam gear itself. So the cam gears are not that expensive. I think it was about $150 for an OEM cam gear. So we're only replacing the one on this side right now, only because that's the one that's pulling timing. This one over here seems to be just fine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get that Company 23 tool set up over here to hold these cam gears in place. I'm gonna have to reset this guy again. I hate reusing tensioners like this, and I hate recompressing them. There's nothing wrong with recompressing a tensioner. It's another point of failure in the future. So we're gonna get that guy recompressed. There is a procedure to do that. It has to be upright the entire time, and you have to slowly push in the plunger to bleed any air that's in there out of there. It's not fun to do, but I need to do it anyway, so it's whatever. Timing belt guide will come off. Timing belt will come off. We'll get this cam gear off, and then we'll do the oil control valves. So if you guys are curious on how to swap oil control valves, it'll be a lot easier to show you on this side. So right here, there's one 10mm bolt. All you do is undo that 10mm bolt. You can slide out the old oil control valve, which is right there, that little black connector. Undo the one blue plug that is plugged into it, slide out, slide in the new one, plug it in, bolt it down, good to go. So we'll do oil control valves first, then we'll take care of this timing cam gear situation. I'm an idiot. It was entirely my fault. It happens. It happens to all of us. I'm really glad that I ordered these parts that I did, because we need these parts to fix the car, but lesson learned. Don't rush things, even when you're stressed. Now let me start by saying right now that we are extremely lucky that the cam itself is not damaged. We got incredibly lucky there. But like I said, I'm an idiot. So here's our new cam gear right here. As you can see down inside of that hole, there's what, 4 holes, 5 holes. One of them is a key port for the actual cam to slide into. Here's our old cam gear. Let me bring this light down here. There's our old cam gear, and there's where I tried to put the cam last time. So no wonder it was advancing timing so much. The cam gear wasn't lined up properly, so technically the car wasn't in time, and it did damage the cam gear, so this thing is toast. Let me see if I can bring it out here in the light a little bit more. But yeah, right there is where I tried to line it up, so don't rush things, you guys. Otherwise, you're gonna have to replace stuff. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, the cam gear itself, luckily is not damaged. The key for it is still intact. It is still round. It is still centric. So we're good there. But Jesus, I am so glad that I ordered this cam gear, because I was second guessing myself if I should order this or not. Really glad that I did. So the new oil control valves are in also. Doesn't hurt to replace those anyways, but honestly, you guys, do not rush things. don't rush things when you're feeling stressed. I rushed because I felt incredibly stressed to get this thing going, get it running, but that 100% I can guarantee you was our problem, is just having that keyed slot in that cam gear not lined up properly. So let's get the new cam gear on. Let me take my time doing this also. I'm not gonna rush any of this right now. Let me take my time getting the timing back on, the cam gear back on. We'll get the timing cover back in, the radiator dropped on. We'll start this thing up and it should run right. I have a new oil seal for that top one too, because I might as well. I wanted to look inside of the oil galleys in there that feed the, come on. There's oil galleys in there. I did want to make sure that those were free and clear, which they are. So now that I have confirmed that and everything else looks solid, let's get this thing back together. Let's get everything bolted back up. Let's get it started and it should run right. Lesson learned. Sometimes you're an idiot. Okay, just for my own sanity and everyone else's, if I need to come back to this video and verify the timing is right, we are lined up right there. We are lined up right there. I checked with the mirror down there and we are lined up and we're lined up there. We are 100% lined up top and we are 100% lined up right there. So, now that I have verified all of these, oh Jesus, I just hit the camera on the car. You okay, camera? So now that I've verified all timing, let me pull my Allen key here, my little DIY little holder guy, reassemble everything, and let's get this thing started. Back to the moment of truth again. I feel like this has been happening way too many times, but I am very confident. I'm very confident that everything's going to be nice, solid, and Gucci now. I like quadruple checked to make sure that the cam gear for the left intake, the one that was pulling 30 degrees of timing, I have a feeling that one's set up perfect. It's in the key. I triple checked. I made sure everything is put back in time. As you guys saw, everything else is reassembled. We have coolant in the car. I have just checked oil. We have all of our rags here for when our power steering reservoir decides to spit everywhere, because it's going to, it does that. So crank position is disconnected. Fuel pump is disconnected. You guys know the drill. Only reason I'm going to prime the car this time is to get some oil up to the AVCS solenoids, the new one, and into that cam gear right there. So let's prime it, start this thing up. All right, let's plug in fuel pump, crank position, start this thing. We have fuel pressure, everything's plugged in, everything's Gucci, everything's ready to go. Let's see if it runs any better. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm scared. So much smoke. That's coming from the alternator. Why is that coming from? Don't tell me my alternator's let me wipe that down. Okay, the car sounds better to start with. Let's get that. It actually sounds like it's not misfiring anymore and everything's in sync. But there's like, what is this? Why is the alternator smoking so bad? Is this like the final like stab at me? So first start was good. Quick little blip of the throttle. Everything was lined up. AVCS is back in sync. The right side was at 3, which is a lot better than 30. The car doesn't sound like it's misfiring a ton. The alternator started smoking quite a bit. My alternator shot? Is this like the last like stab at me right now? Okay, if it smokes a little bit, that's okay.
If it starts smoking a lot though.
If it starts smoking a lot, let me know and I'll run down to Subaru and grab another alternator. Oh my God, I think it's running, and I think I fixed it, and I think it worked. Check this out. I'm doing a data log for Chris, so I was told it's normal for AVCS to be a little bit off like that. AVCS right is now 3, AVCS left is 0, which is what we want. Everything looks like it is working properly. The car doesn't sound like it's misfiring anymore. No more codes. Let me let this thing idle for like 10-15 minutes to get coolant temp up, so that way we can start burping it. I've got the heat all the way on. It's just, oh my God, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed my own mistake here. So let's let it run, let's let it idle, let's let it do its thing. If anything extraneous happens, I'll grab the camera, but I'm so excited right now, you guys. So it's been idling for a little bit now, and everything is looking beautiful. I still have to burp the cooling system to get the rest of the air out of there, but it's so beautiful, you guys. It idles perfectly. It's still getting air out of the system. We have a tiny bit of feedback knock, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Dam is staying at 1. AVCS sides are monitoring each other and mirroring each other. This is like such a relief right now. I have a small cooling problem up here in the engine bay, so I need to run down to Subaru. This line up here is just leaking, so I need to replace that hose right there. But once it's like burped and bled, I'll run down to Subaru. I'll go get any more replacement parts that I need to be able to fix this, and we should be like solid. I am so excited right now, you guys. You have no idea. I won. I beat it. I beat the car. It runs perfect. It runs absolutely beautiful. I love it. There's a couple small things I still need to work out, which I have a day. I have 1 day to work out those issues because it goes to the tune on Thursday, which is tomorrow for you guys watching this. Easy issues though. It's a coolant hose that I just need to replace. Super easy. If Subaru doesn't have one, I can steal one off of Mittens, the blown up Legacy on the side of the house, or I can just make one out of some line that I have in here. But you guys, this is incredible. It's incredible. I'm so relieved right now. Granted, this was all my fault. I take full responsibility for my actions of putting that cam gear on wrong. I'm gonna hang it up as a memento. It's a trophy to me now, but I'm glad that we have new AVCS solenoids in there now. We have this cam gear issue fixed. Don't be like me. My fault. Don't do this. So, with our new cam gear in there, everything torqued down, timing redone, everything good to go. Coolant system is like 90% burped at this point, but Melanie and I are gonna go take the small Doge on a walk before it starts to rain. So I'll wrap this up of bleeding the coolant system tonight, but so pumped. I'm so glad that I stuck with it, and I knew 100% that it had something to do with the AVCS system. If it wasn't the solenoids, granted we were getting codes for the solenoids. If it wasn't the solenoid, then it was more or less the cam gear itself. But crazy how something like that can cause so many problems. The car only sounded cammed because it was misfiring so bad on every cylinder. So if your car sounds like that, probably not good. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. So huge relief that the 05 STI is running right. Karma, you're finally coming around. You're finally coming around to me now. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, if you're glad that we figured this out, hit that like button. Turn to whatever color it turns for you. Black, blue, green, yellow, purple, cyan, chartreuse, tangerine, color of the day. We'll go magenta. Actually, I think we already did magenta as the color of the day. We did goldenrod already also. We're gonna do eggshell. Off-white, eggshell off-white, whatever color that is for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit your boy up one of these corners. No idea which one I'll put it in quite yet, but next video is probably going to be a first drive video with this one, and then the dyno video. So with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.